I'm home. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited to sit here. I have so much fun stuff to show all of you. I mean, just look at this bronzer alone from Illamasqua. We're gonna have to try this out today. Gosh, just so much good stuff. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let's do our makeup. I want to use this today. This is from Chaotic Cosmetics. Look at this. I really want to do something with this one and this one. Maybe we can sneak this one in. These are so pretty too. I don't know. I'm excited for this. We're going to start with Clean Canvas in the shade Fair, but we're going to need a black base because anytime that you use a jewel tone color, think ruby, think sapphire, think emerald, anytime you use one, or amethyst in that shade range, using a black base where you're going to place that eyeshadow really brings it out. And the reason why is, so think of eyeshadow as having layers to it. One of the layers in those jewel tone colors that I just mentioned is usually black. So that black just kind of brings all of that depth to the front. Does that make sense? It excites me. So we're gonna take the Clean Canvas and we're just gonna take that all the way up to the brow bone, but we're not gonna worry about the lid. Also, don't worry about getting this base on your lid, but let's just focus it from here to the brow bone. Okay, these tones are going to be wonderful with the blue. Very warm. It's gonna be very beautiful transition shades. So we're gonna grab this one. I'm gonna grab an E28. And I think we'll just go ahead and grab this shade, a nice warm medium brown. And I'm really gonna load up my brush and I'm just gonna go ahead and start to press that into my crease. Again, don't worry about getting anything on your lid because we are just going to put black there. It's gonna be completely covered. So I'm just going to press this in, take my time. You can start to see it blend and transition. I'm using the side of my brush and just tapping back and forth. What we're doing is basically just a smoky eye, but with a jewel tone lid. So when you see that beautiful black lid that transitions into all those beautiful warm browns, this is the technique. So this is kind of a 2-for-1 special. And I mean, we love a 2-for-1 special over here. So I wanted to kind of point that out. Doing the same thing on this side. And I'm gonna tag the brush because I guess I have a few new supporters while I was gone and y'all are asking where to get the brushes, so let me tag that. So now we're gonna grab this shade and we're gonna start to layer that above the first shade that we laid down. And it's just gonna start to fill in any gaps above the darker brown. Makeup is really about kind of layering on top of each other to kind of continue to fill that gap. And I feel once I realized that and that kind of clicked, it really helped me understand blending and layering. So you're kind of just going and you're going, here's a layer, fill in that gap. Here's a layer, fill in that gap. I hope that helps because when I thought of it that way, it went, that makes sense. All right, let's layer a little bit more. We're gonna hop into a little bit lighter shade. We're gonna grab this one right here. Grab a little bit of that. Finish up this top transition part, tapping back and forth. And then really quickly, we're gonna grab this one and then this is gonna go on the highest point of the brow bone. Press it there. And then once you kind of have that area set, bring a little bit over this way just to kind of smooth and then continue over this way. Perfect. Okay, let's do the base. A lot of you are gonna ask, can I use eyeliner? Eyeliner doesn't stay tacky long enough, and you don't need a wet base necessarily. You could use a shadow stick. A shadow stick is better because it's going to stay tacky at least 5 to 10 seconds, but an actual eyeliner, they dry almost instantly. So we need something that stays tacky at least 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, I'm filming a TikTok about it because it's really informational and we love information. So that's what's going on here. But this is the base that I'm using and I have been loving this base. This is so affordable. It's so affordable. And do you see how black this is? And that was the tiniest amount. And then I have that, what I even put over here, you'll see in that video. I'm taking that and it's enough for this eye as well. So this is going to last you for 100 years. And once I do this tutorial, you're probably going to want to add a black eyeshadow base to your collection. Now look at how pretty this looks. The depth. Every which way you look at it, there's dimension. I love makeup. Now remember, we didn't set the base. We don't want to set it with anything but this. We're setting as we go. We're grabbing it on a C30 because just look at how it picks up the product. And we're going to take it and we're going to press it and we're going to pull it. Look at this. We love this brush for shimmer shadows. And of course for concealer, because when you're using it for eyeshadow, it's your fingertip but more precise. Look at that. My fingertip cannot do that, but it gives you that same application as your fingertip does. Okay, so all I did is, instead of doing wing liner, I just brought this out, this exact brush, and I just kind of made a little bit more of a wing. I'm not going to do wing liner. We'll just let this be the wing liner. It looks cool. I like it. Now I'm just going to tight line with this liner, one of the Sephora gel liners. I just shut my eye and I just kind of roll it back and forth in here. So much easier. Okay, let's pop on some Ardell 576s. I've been home 2 seconds and there's jean hair on them, and I would not have it any other way. I miss my little babies. And I absolutely love these lashes. I think these are my new favorite lashes. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm just gonna say it. My eye color looks different now with all of this pretty blue and all the darker colors. I'm spicy. Okay, so I have been loving this primer, and I know I don't talk about primers a lot, and the reason why is because I just feel like you can get the same results with skincare, but this primer feels like skincare. I absolutely love it, and I love the sheen that it leaves to the skin. I love how it makes the skin feel. I love how makeup grips to it. It's been one of my new favorites. And I'm just gonna work this in with my Anissa Beauty All Over Care brush. And once it dries down, I'm gonna let you hear. All right, I'm gonna do a video on this, but listen closely. I'm hoping that you can hear it. I think you could hear it last time. That is how you want your skin to sound. No matter your skin type, you want your skin to sound like that before makeup. This whole collection, the Trip and Smooth collection, I'm gonna be using the powder too. Alma Beauty, they did it. They did it. They listened and they put this together and they gave us exactly what we want and need. This needs more hype. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing more people screaming about it, because this primer and that powder, A+. Okay, while I was in Italy, I was SPF wild because it was so hot there. So I'm pretty sure that this one's gonna match me. This one adjusts, so don't be too afraid. I have a whole video on it. But yeah, that looks less jarring. I'm not as tan. I'm telling y'all, where I live, I get more tan than even going on a trip to Italy. Oh yeah, that's a nice match. So this has been one of my favorite foundations. This is from Yenza. It's the Super Serum Silk Foundation. And if you have tried this one, it's so good. I definitely recommend this one for balance to dry, even combination if you use a mattifying. But if you're oily, I would skip this one. But any of the other skin types that I mentioned, this is a foundation to try. It's so pretty. And I mean, we can hype up the C41 for a second, can't we? Just a little bit. Look at how it just melts in that foundation. Takes me 2 seconds. Honestly, since I started using this brush, my foundation takes no time. It truly speeds up the process. It is just a smidgy too light, but while I was traveling, I discovered something, okay? I discovered something that y'all probably already knew about, but I didn't. And I feel like y'all should have told me. I was talking about the NARS Laguna Cream Bronzer. It's not new, but I don't see it hyped. Is it? To be fair, I don't really have a lot of time to browse the internet for makeup tutorials as bad as I want to, because I love makeup and I love watching other people with makeup. But since I film about 4 videos a day, I don't really have time to scroll. So it might be hyped, but y'all have never told me, and y'all are always giving me recommendations. This stuff is beautiful. This brush is a prototype, and I like to do it before concealer. That way I don't bring it up too high. Sometimes I get a little out of control. But it's so natural and so pretty. I like it more than the Charlotte Tilbury. I thought we could do a comparison, but I know y'all are gonna ask. And just really quickly, I don't love it as much. I love this one more than I love the Charlotte Tilbury one. So this is one of my favorite cream bronzers at the moment. And it's so pretty. Now I love this concealer, and I know it's pricey, but sometimes things just can't be duped. And so far I have not found a concealer that is more affordable that I love more than this. It's wonderful. Let's work this in. You can just see it melts in. It doesn't crease. It sets beautifully. It's so thin. I love the applicator. There's just nothing I don't like about it. Y'all, this powder, I'm telling y'all, y'all gotta try it. Talc free, and it's just so beautiful and so smoothing. Dear Alma Beauty, please make this formula in pink. XOXO. Gossip Girl. Okay, so let's go ahead and work this in. If this, I love this color, but y'all know I do love pink powders. But if Alma Beauty had this formula in pink, game over. Look at how smoothing that is. And this puff is a prototype, but I just use whatever's left and I set the center of my face. So now I'm just gonna grab a little bit of this dark brown shade here on an E26. And I'm just going to push that into my lash line, just to really make sure that you're connecting it to that black. All right, we're gonna grab the same C41. And then we're gonna grab the Pat McGrath blush because I haven't tried it yet. I'm so excited. And with these brushes, you can switch between creams and liquids and powders. So that's how I'm able to do this. It's one of the things that I really wanted with the brushes. But let's go ahead and apply this gorgeous blush. That's beautiful. Remember, I'm so careful with how much I pick up because I don't want to overload it. It's easier to build than it is to kind of try to clean up way too much product. Stunning, I love it. Ooh, and look at how beautiful and luminous. So my thing a couple years ago was inner corner highlight. I couldn't live my life without inner corner highlight. And I still do it every once in a while, but I haven't been doing it as recently lately. And I kind of want to get back into crazy inner corner highlighting because I think it's so much fun. So y'all sent me a video of these Starlit Diamond powders and you were like, whoa, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. Y'all, I've been using these for 100 years. These are not new. I don't know why they're just now going viral because they've been around forever and I've been using them for years. Also, another thing that I was doing for a very long time is we'll do a matte eyeshadow look and then we'll tap something like this on top. It's not a glitter. This is more of a kind of, I like to call it a fairy dust. See how you can see my skin through it? In places, if you put that on top of any kind of eyeshadow, it just kind of creates this floating lantern look. And I've even been calling it that for years. So that is nothing new, but we need to use it again because I haven't been using it. So I'm grabbing the E27 and we're just gonna grab a little bit of this, by a little bit, I mean a lot. Don't you judge me. And we'll just pop that on the inner corner. And the reason I'm going to use this is because it's not, let me show you a demonstration. Really quickly, you'll see with this shimmer, so pretty, right? I could use this as an inner corner, but you'll see it has a base. You'll see that it has a color and you can't see my skin anymore. With these, you're gonna get a really beautiful inner corner highlight, but you're still gonna be able to see the skin through. So that's kind of important. Look for things that are see-through. I feel like a see-through inner, see how it kind of disappears and you just see my skin and just a little bit of sheen? I feel like see-through inner corners are gonna be the next big thing. So I'm gonna get wild. I'm gonna start with my Sephora lip cream first. I'm not even gonna worry about liner. I am gonna use liner because I know it looks terrifying. It's such a pretty color though. Okay, just do like a rough draft with that. I like that too, but I know it's scary. Alma Beauty lip liner. This is the shade Angelou. We're just gonna grab that. Ooh, I like how cool tone that is. Okay, listen, just trust the process because we still gotta blend it. But I'm kind of grabbing that lipstick because it's not set yet, and I'm just mixing it in and shading. Now to blend it, I honestly just kind of tap as I go. And you can see that it already looks less terrifying. But this is what I really wanted to use. And when you use a gloss and you kind of top everything, you don't have to worry about it being so blended. This is from Moira Cosmetics. I am a Moira Cosmetics fan page at this point. This is shade 02 Blitzy, and it's gold and blue. And y'all know how much I love anything with blue in it. And you'll notice that it just kind of blends everything together. This is so pretty. Okay, we're all done. I think next week we're gonna focus on foundation. I kind of want to get a little bit heavier with next week's glams, with the face glam. So I might not be doing as many eye tutorials, but this is really important. I feel like a lot of times we're just like, yeah, another eyeshadow tutorial, but using black bases to bring out different colors and using different bases for different undertones, that's really, really fun. And it's kind of important. I love y'all with all of my heart. I had such a great time while I was traveling, but I'm ready to be home. I'm happy to be here with y'all. Y'all are my vacation. Tonight's post is going to be an ad for Makeup Revolution, but it's a cream blush, plus there's tons of tips, and it's beautiful. I'm excited to post it. Okay, I love you all, and I'll see you in the comments tonight.